Tonight we're going to be making a Shamrock art project made with two simple supplies, and that is black glue and watercolors. So what I did is you can just go online and get a template of a Shamrock printed off, and then I took a simple ruler and just made some lines going across and then up and down. So that gave us the dimensions of the project. And then it's a must that you take your glue. So we went up to Walmart and we found this glitter glue. It's great. It gives this effect. I'm not sure if you can see. It's got like a glitter to it. And it's only like $5. However, we also went to the Dollarama and we got some Elmer's glue for like $2. And I learned a trick. If you add like about 2 teaspoons of black paint and stir it with the bottom of your paintbrush, you get yourself some black paint. And this is the effect it gave. But you have to do it the night before and let it dry before you start painting, or it will be a big mess. So this is what the project looks like. It's just broken up into different squares. And what we're going to start doing now is just dipping away and painting our project. Some people might want to start with the Shamrock first. Other people might start with the outside square. I tend to just go with the outside squares first. And what's really neat about the glue as I went along is that it kind of held the paint in so it didn't bleed into another square, which was really neat. It's almost like a 3D effect the glue gave.
Yeah, it's like a wall.
Yeah. Well, I also had a technique is I went around and I did all my squares that are blue and all my squares that are orange and all my squares that are red and all my squares that were pink and yellow, and then I went in and did the green Shamrock. But it's to each their own. Well, you may hear that noise in the background. Apologize for it. However, we have 2 puppies that don't quite get along eye to eye. So they have to take turns. One gets to stay with us and one has to go to the basement. So you'll randomly hear scratching at the door and a bit of whimpering. But he's not neglected. He's very much loved.
Mm-hmm. Just don't get along at all.
And we're trying. We give them the social distancing and then we bring them closer and give them treats, but so far we haven't had much luck.
Well, they're getting better.
Yeah.
Don't you think? A little bit.
A little bit.
They are.
I did forget to mention that once I photocopied the Shamrock and I did the lines, you'll notice that there's about 1 inch on the bottom and about 1/4 of an inch on the sides. I just made a line with the rulers and then I just cut it and trimmed it so that our paints came right to the very ends of the lines. Originally, when we were doing our purchasing of products, we didn't realize it was being done with watercolors, so we went out and got acrylics. But this was kind of neat. We went over to the Dollarama, and these are actually watercolors, but it's like as if they're already pre-mixed with the water.
Oh.
And you could use it as is. You might want to try it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Something different. So my son's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. My daughter was like, what are we going to do with all this stuff? And obviously, we're going to be using it to decorate his celebration of life.
Yeah. How do you guys like our outfits? Can't really see them. We'll show them to you.
We've got Mr. Shenanigans over here. We've got,
That's
what
his
is this
shirt.
one? Irish
Irish
Queen.
I'm a ballerina.
Nice. See, we've got, oh, Mummy's the only different one. I'm doing the outside squares and they're doing the shamrock. There we go. That's okay. What's really neat about this with the watercolors is you can get it like a darker shade or just by like adding a little bit more water. You have it more watered down, almost like a stained glass look.
Looks like I need a bigger paintbrush.
Well, but this is a good activity for any age group. As you can see, we're all grown adults having fun. The nice thing is that you just get together and get to hang out and do some fun crafts.
Aren't we supposed to drink wine?
Yeah. Sip and paint.
Yeah.
Sip and paint. How do you like that, guys? We
Well,
can have a segment of sip and paint.
if you want. And the really neat thing is that this was clear Elmer's glue in Dollarama. So if you used any acrylic paint, you could do pink, you could do, you could do blue, yellow, green, whatever it is. Because we were looking all over for it. We were thinking about ordering it, and it's quite costly online compared to making your own.
Just wipe it off.
That's why you have a napkin. Just absorb it, dab it, and, well, gentle. There you go. Well, looks like I've done all the outside squares.
Yeah.
And then I
Outside
just
border.
have to do the insides now.
Shamrock.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the tips on these too, like on the one that we got, the glitter glue that we got from Walmart. It's quite nice, but it's a very large hole.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a harder plastic to squeeze too, I found when I was squeezing this out. But the dried look is really pretty with the glitter.
It is.
But this is a much finer tip.
Yeah.
And much easier to squeeze this bottle. So if you're doing this craft with young kids, I would recommend getting the Elmer's glue because the tip is much smaller and you have better control.
Are you done?
Pretty much. I just have to sign it.
You have to do all the boxes.
Oh no, those are just splashes.
Oh, that's cheating. So mine is basically dry. I'm just going to show you what I did is I had some black, what do you call this? They call it construction paper in the dollar store, but it's really like a cardstock. But anyways, I kind of just put it here and I'm like, wow, that's too big. So I kind of centered it up and I realized that I wanted it to be like about a, I don't know, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch border line. So I'm gonna take a strip right across the bottom off before I mount it, just so that it's a little evened out. And I made a line for all of you guys just so you can save the time.
Save the time and date in the party?
No, save the
Oh.
time of having to use a ruler and cut it out.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I'm just
Okay.
creating something.
I know. So then I get this Elmer's glue stick and just really graciously apply it to the back. All the corners, down, all the way around, and I actually went all over the whole sheet just to make sure that it stuck on.
Okay. Get it on there.
Get it on good. And at first it was a little tricky to make it adhese, but it does go on nicely. Just hold it down. Center it on the black paper. Kind of push it down a little. I actually even turned it upside down, and then I can just rub it. Oh, well, that's creative. Aww. And there we have it. Easy peasy. And how pretty is that?
Beautiful.
There we go.